Listen, the world has always been divided into two types of people: those who drift aimlessly through life, and those who carve mountains out of granite with their bare hands. Those who bow to circumstances, and those who mold circumstances too, obeyed them. History does not remember the cautious, it remembers the bold, the obsessed, the ones whose vision burned so bright that it set the whole sky on fire. Vision is not a wish, it is not a fleeting daydream that fades when the alarm clock rings. Vision is the fire in your veins that refuses to go cold. It is the silent whisper that keeps you up at 3 a.m., demanding more from you, urging you to rise when the world tells you to rest. Edison failed over 10,000 times before creating the light bulb. Imagine a man in a dark workshop, midnight after midnight, sparks dancing like angry spirits around his fingers. Everyone told him to stop, to accept defeat, to believe that darkness was the natural state of things. But he didn't stop because he had a vision that glowed brighter than all the ridicule in the world. That is unbreakable vision, a force that bends reality to its will. Most people think success is luck, timing, or connections. But that's a lie sold to keep you small. True success starts within, where your spirit declares war on mediocrity, where your mind becomes a fortress, unbreachable by doubt or fear. The world tries to drown you in noise, opinions, distractions, but a man or woman with an unbreakable vision is deaf to the world and loyal only to that inner voice. You must become possessed by your purpose. Walt Disney stood on a barren stretch of swampy land in Florida and saw a castle where others saw mud, mosquitoes, and impossibility. He saw laughing children, fireworks, and the echoes of dreams coming true. People called him delusional. They said, "Walt, this is madness." But he was not living in their reality. He was living in the reality he had already built inside his mind. And today, millions walk through that vision, unaware they're living inside one man's unstoppable dream. Your mind is the richest soil on earth, and your thoughts are the seeds. Plant weeds, and weeds will choke your life. Plant towering oaks, and they will shelter generations. What do you feed your mind every morning? Complaints, gossip, cheap dopamine? Or do you feed it silence, gratitude, the images of who you are becoming? Most people are standing on the shoreline, afraid to step into the waves of their own potential. They watch life pass by, year after year, whispering, "Someday." But someday is a ghost. It doesn't exist. Only this moment does, this sacred, fleeting instant where your entire destiny is decided. An unbreakable vision starts when you refuse to negotiate with your excuses, when you tear up the contract you signed with mediocrity, when you tell your old self, "We are done." You cannot become new while you are still in love with the old version of yourself. Look at Henry Ford. The world was riding horses, content with dust and hooves. Ford saw steel, engines, roads stretching like veins across continents. When he proposed the assembly line, he wasn't improving a carriage, he was transforming human freedom. They laughed at him, they doubted him, but Ford's vision was a hurricane. Nothing could stop it. Your vision must be so detailed that it feels like memory. Smell it, touch it, hear the applause, feel the sweat on your back, see the sunrise over the empire you are building. Because the mind does not differentiate between imagined and real when fed enough repetition and emotion. Napoleon Hill wrote, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Those words are not poetry, they are the law of the human spirit. A mind that is truly committed will always find a way. The path may twist, the storms may come, the ground may shake beneath your feet, but the vision remains. Like the North Star above a sailor's mast, unwavering, unyielding. People will try to talk you out of it. They will project their fears onto your canvas. They will say, "Be realistic, play it safe, don't dream too big." Understand, they are not speaking to you. They are screaming at their own reflection in your courage. Your vision terrifies them because it exposes the smallness of their own ambition. When you decide to live by your vision, you step into an arena where most will never dare to enter. You will be misunderstood, you will be mocked, you will be lonely at times. But know this, every step you take in alignment with your vision writes a page in the story of your legacy. Purpose is the fuel, vision is the map. Without purpose, your vision has no heart. Without vision, your purpose has no direction. Together, they create an unstoppable force. Discipline is the hammer that sculpts your vision into reality. It is rising before dawn when your bed feels like paradise. It is saying no to temporary pleasures for permanent growth. Discipline is the silent architect working behind the scenes, brick by brick, breath by breath. Most people wait for motivation. They think they need to feel inspired to act. But the truth is, action creates inspiration, not the other way around. Move first. Move boldly. When you move, your mind and body awaken. Your spirit roars back to life. You are no longer a spectator. You become a creator. If you want to live in a mansion of your dreams, you must first build its foundation in the unseen. Every hour you dedicate to your vision becomes a brick in that mansion. Every sacrifice strengthens its walls. You will face failures. You will meet rejection like an old friend. But each blow is a chisel, refining your character, sculpting your resolve. Failure is not your enemy. It is your mentor in disguise. The universe does not test the weak to destroy them. It tests the strong to crown them. Keep going. Let every defeat fuel your obsession. Let every no sharpen your hunger. Remember Abraham Lincoln. He lost 8 elections, suffered public humiliation, battled deep depression. But his vision for a united nation pulled him through the darkness, beyond the reach of his own doubts. When you can hold your vision in your mind with such clarity that it feels inevitable, the world begins to shift around you. Opportunities start appearing like stepping stones across a raging river. People who once ignored you start to watch you. Doors that were bolted shut begin to crack open. This is the alchemy of an unbreakable vision. You turn your thoughts into gold. You turn your pain into power. You turn your life into a legend. Your vision will demand sacrifices. It will ask for your comfort, your late-night distractions, your shallow relationships, your small, timid dreams. It will strip you of every excuse until all that is left is your raw, unstoppable essence. That is the price of greatness. Most will never pay it. They will stand at the edge, looking into the abyss of possibility, and retreat into safety. But you, if you have chosen to carry an unbreakable vision, you will leap. You will leap without a net because you know that the wings grow only in midair. The greatest tragedy is not that people aim too high and miss. It is that they aim too low and hit. Life is not meant to be lived crawling. It is meant to be lived soaring. You must build a vision so vast, so luminous, that it pulls you forward even when your muscles ache and your spirit trembles. Every morning you wake up, your first thought should be of that vision. It should greet you before the sunrise, echo through your bones as you train, as you work, as you push through the mundane. It should be the pulse that keeps your heart from sleeping. Alexander the Great conquered the known world before the age of 30 because he believed he was destined for immortality. Was he crazy? Perhaps. But the world does not belong to the sane. It belongs to the believers, the half-mad dreamers who refuse to accept reality as final. You must become unreasonable in your faith. You must stand alone in rooms full of doubters and smile because you know something they do not. You see what they cannot see. You hold a blueprint in your mind that they will only understand when it is towering. Before them in the flesh. Vision is a kind of divine madness. It intoxicates you, possesses you, forces you to trade the ordinary for the extraordinary. The world will tempt you to settle, to dim your light, to play small so others feel comfortable. But a true visionary cannot be caged. Your spirit will claw at the bars until you break them, even if it costs you everything. You were not born to fit in. You were born to stand out, to disrupt, to leave cracks in the universe where your light can shine through. That light is your vision. Guard it, nurture it, fight for it as if your soul depends on it, because it does. Remember this, your vision is a promise to your future self, a sacred vow that you will not die with your music still in you, that you will not go to your grave with your best work unwritten, your greatest invention unbuilt, your most profound love unexpressed. Vision is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. The idea that whispers in your mind at midnight is the same idea that one day echoes across stadiums, across cities, across hearts. But it starts with you, alone, unseen, unheard, choosing to believe before anyone else does. People speak of luck, but luck is the child of preparation and obsession. When opportunity knocks, most people are unprepared, too busy complaining or distracted by trivialities. The visionary is different. He is ready. She is waiting, fully armed with patience and strategy. Think of Carnegie, who saw steel empires rising where others saw only dirt and dust. Think of Oprah, who saw a global platform to heal and uplift when others saw just another talk show. Think of Mandela, who saw a free nation when chains still clinked around his wrists. Their visions became larger than their fears. Their dreams outgrew the prisons of their circumstances. And so must yours. Stop asking for permission to be great. Stop waiting for the perfect timing, the perfect conditions, the perfect support. They do not exist. The soil is never perfect, yet seeds still bloom. You are the seed. Plant yourself, water yourself, become the towering oak you were born to be. There will be moments when you feel lost, when the fog of doubt rolls in thick and heavy. In those moments, close your eyes and return to your vision. Let it guide you like a lighthouse through stormy seas. Write it down daily. Speak it aloud until your voice trembles. Visualize it so vividly that your brain begins to think it's already real. Then, work relentlessly to prove your mind correct. Discipline is not punishment, it is devotion. It is saying to your vision, I honor you more than I honor my temporary comfort. Every early morning, every late night, every sacrifice is a love letter to the future you are creating. Your environment matters. Surround yourself with believers, warriors, giants, those who fan your flames, not those who smother them. Protect your mind from the cynics, the complainers, the small thinkers. You are sculpting a masterpiece. Do not let the unskilled put their hands on your clay. Resilience is the armor of visionaries. When your plan crumbles, rebuild. When your heart shatters, heal and march again. When you are betrayed, trust again but wiser. You are not defined by your wounds, but by how fiercely you rise from them. When your vision is unbreakable, setbacks become setups, pain becomes fuel, criticism becomes background noise. You transcend the battlefield of common minds and enter a higher plane, where your spirit and vision dance as one. There is a sacred fire within you, a relentless, roaring force waiting to be unleashed. It does not care about your past, your failures, your disappointments. It cares only about who you decide to become in this moment. Right now, you are not here to survive. You are here to build empires of thought, legacies of love, monuments of purpose. Your life is the raw marble. Your vision is the chisel. Sculpt something that will make eternity pause to admire.